Hello everyone on the internet and thanks for tuning in.
And welcome to Toku Talk with me, Master Rider Bushido, and with my Toku Bro on the other side of the world on that cam is Flayvaman!
Who sucks? Yeah.
I have no idea why, but anyway, still.
So, how are you, man?
I'm good, you?
Yeah, I'm good. Fine.
But anyway, right. I've been longing this for so much, how much I am so gonna rinse this. Oh, it's uncanny. Right.
Uh-huh. Well,
Right.
yeah.
I've been scrolling through for the past month or two, and I'm sure you have on any other like Orange Range or JE Fusion in my case, in the build-up to the new Super Sentai, that being Shuriken Sentai Ninninger, which
I remember when you first heard about Ninninger, you just kept slating it. You were just like, this ain't gonna be good, this ain't gonna be good. What's all the name of Ninninger? I remember you.
me.
I will admit, I kind of thought the name was a bit weird, but I'm one of these, I will stay open-minded and stuff, but I'll be honest,
Right.
I think seeing all the hatred that was being written, that before anyone knew anything about it, apart from the fact that they were going to do a Ninja 3.0, I kind of thought, come on guys, don't hate, you know.
Alright, here's my thing.
Here's your thing, go on.
And I'll start cursing the suits in a moment, alright? But first off, right, I'm going to start with the Megazord. Because I always like the main toys, that being the Megazord.
The Gatai Mecha, go on in.
There is no consistency, there is no theme whatsoever in the bloody mecha.
But that's the point.
Yeah,
go on.
You've got a humanoid for the red. You got.
I think it's referred to as an android, man. Androids have feelings, you know. Yeah, go on.
You got a dragon, a blue dragon. You got a yellow dump truck, a white dog, and a pink train.
Choo choo. Well, right. I thought that was weird as well. I will be honest. I actually think the Gatai Mecha is ugly, but I read about it. You know, the producer or director. I forget. I always get confused with producer and director. Some head honcho behind the scenes said that, you know, doing this was something that they intended to do because, yeah, you know, it was always sort of the done thing that the mecha follow a theme. This year they kind of found it quite refreshing to take on the change of having different mecha, and you know it mixes it up a bit. So I kind of went along with that. I'm like, all right, so it doesn't follow the same theme, and you know half of that stuff doesn't have anything to do with ninjas. But well, why would it? Yet you also look at the armaments. I know you're a big fan of the armaments, bruh.
Not really.
Well, you. Oh, come on. You haven't even seen Garo Range and you're always like, oh, all these armaments. Right, anyway. There's the elephant, which is a done thing. I think quite a few.
Oh, that armament.
Yeah, you got the elephant, and then you got the UFO Maru. Why did they end all in Maru for some reason? You got one Maru. See, look, one Maru's the dog one, and then Shinobi Maru's the one that you were talking about, the android, the Red Ranger one, and then I can't even remember the name of the others because I don't remember that much Japanese. But then you got UFO Maru. It's like, what the hell? I'm not going to lie, right? When I first saw UFO Maru, I kind of thought it looked like a burger. And then all the revelations on Star Ninja came out like a week or so ago. That's funny.
Okay, we'll get to that in a minute, but whilst on the main 5 casts, right. Before I slate it, what's your opinion on the outfit?
I was quite mixed on it because I like the sort of subtleness of the colour. You know, it's not too bright, it's not too bland.
I'll give you that.
Because you look at Tokuja, you got like your normal colours, which are quite bright, except green, which has a bit of a neonish to it. Well, not quite neon. It just doesn't. The green doesn't fit in with the sort of the other colours because it's a bit more brighter than it should. You know, the Toku green. No, not Toku green. Toku, what number? Sango? Yeah, was it Yongo? No, Yongo. Toku Yongo was like, you know, should have been darker. The green should have been darker in my opinion, and I think a lot of people, you know, compared to the other four colours, or you know, the other five if you want to count Toku Rokugo, who can't change with the other colours, who can't interchange with other colours, so they might as well just call him Toku Orange, really. Yeah, I actually fire on that. You know, with that, it kind of felt a bit there. Whereas you look at Ninninger, I think a lot of people did comment on how it's the first time with white and, you know, like white being part of the main team, apart from what's its face, Kaku Ranger.
Yeah. Basically, this team line is
the first of its kind. The first of its kind.
In the color coordination, yes, because with Garo Ranger you had a black instead of a pink, if I recall.
No, there was a pink in... No, white. It was a white instead of a pink, and you had a black.
That's what I mean. And there was a black instead of a pink. That's what I'm trying to say.
The blacks there were... No, the pink's normally there as the female colour, which wasn't there, but I don't think the black was relative.
Just saying colour palette-wise.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway,
Garo Ranger has red, yellow, blue, but then instead of the pink, you had the black and white, right?
Oh, I guess. But again, the black wasn't a female character anyway. Ironically, I remember the Power Ranger. Wait a minute, because I have seen Garo Ranger, but I can't remember.
I'm just talking about the bloody colour line.
I can't even remember who Garo Black was. But I remember who played the Bison Ranger in Wild Force, which I've only seen like 1 or 2 episodes of.
Right. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
My opinion on the outfits and the colour palette, I will agree that the colour palette does feel like a... How can I say? It feels darker. It's not as bright that I feared.
What was you actually expecting? Because again, I mean, you as well as like half the internet were really hating just on the name of its own, which I don't blame you lot, but I was at least like...
Why do you think I'm not talking about it?
What, the name?
Yeah.
Well, I actually thought at first when no one was really explaining it, I was kind of like, what sort of name's that? And then it's like, oh, because it's the sound of slashing, like nin nin or something.
No, it's not.
Well, I read that somewhere.
Nin nin.
What? Oh, so it's not slashing, it's whatever the hell you just did.
Basically, for ninjas to, in a way, nin nin. You know, like when they do their moves or whatever.
Right.
In a, how can I say, acknowledgement, so to say.
Right.
But it's a very, very, very old / childish way of doing it.
Right. Well, no, it's an onomatopoeia, isn't it? So it's fair enough, I guess.
Nin nin.
Nin nin.
But either way, no, honestly, I couldn't care less for the name. Color-wise,
yeah, and you said about the palette, yeah.
The palette, I actually don't mind. I'll go that far, but that far. If they threw in a black instead of maybe, I don't know, yellow, just to make it even more of a darker palette, then I would take that. Now, this is where I'm really going to ridicule this now. I hate the sash. I hate the helmets. I honestly couldn't care less of them.
I'll probably say that. I like what?
No. Because, and furthermore, I know it's a Sentai, but if they were able to change the boots to black than white, I'd like that even more.
I'll say I'm a bit indifferent to the palette. To be fair, to the what was that? I'll probably say that I'm a bit indifferent to the palette, as you put it. I'm sure there's a different term for the colour, for the different colours.
What, like the colour configuration, you want to call it?
I don't know. Right, well, the colours that they are using, I'll probably say it's alright. I like it. I think it's an original lineup, but I'm not 100% on that. Again, the colours are okay on the eye. They fit. None of them stand out weirdly like Toku. Like the green colour in Tokuja. I will say like this. Like the gi style they've done. Like I think it looks alright. I
don't. I don't think it suits.
Because a lot of people complained of the Tokuja armour being, or the Tokuja spandex, if you will, being a bit too bland, a bit too plain, and people. The compliments it got was, oh, it looks like an 80s Sentai, which is neither here nor there. But I like how, if anything, I'll probably say the Ninninger look feels current. It doesn't feel like retro, like they may or may not have been going for with Tokuja. And I didn't like the Kyoryuger uniform. I didn't like the Kyoryuger armor spandex.
I like that.
A lot of people did, but I personally didn't. Yet with Ninninger, I feel I like it. It's got, it's not just something that they can just mass produce. It looks a little more detailed. It looks like they put a bit of effort in. I will say, the helmets, I kind of feel a bit off with how, each Ranger's like a cross on the helmet, but the top bit is coloured in silver. Yeah, a variation of some sort of cross, but the top part of the cross is coloured in silver. I kind of feel a bit off with that.
Not just that though, but the fact that with something like this, I'm going to use Garo Ranger as an example. All the faceplates are similar, except on the sides where they have their animals biting towards them, but it's subtle on the side with an image in black. It's on the side, so it works. Shinkenger, however, you've got the kanji letters on the face.
Yeah,
right? You got the kanji letters on the face.
That threw me off as well, to be fair. So,
but because the series itself was
based
good,
on a lot
that you
of
ignore
Japanese
it.
culture and stuff.
No, not just that. The series itself, the show itself was good.
Individual though, to be fair, whether you ignored it or not. Because again, I just kind of felt really off with. I'm not saying it's a bad design. I just kind of felt it was a bit off. Was it on Shinkenger? I'll probably say it's almost like the guys at Toei took some fan art and decided to make an official series out of it. So it kind of felt a bit fan artish to me. But coming back to Ninninger, again, helmet wise, maybe if they just, for me personally, my opinion is if they took away the silver bit on top, just add it so it's like a 3, even though it wouldn't match the whole Shuriken star thing. Just say the yellow, it was a bit squared down. I'd probably feel a little more at ease, but that's just me, I guess.
Anyway, and then I'm gonna skip their arsenals for a minute because I couldn't care less.
I'll come to the weapons in a bit, but I'll say just to finish. You made a point about the white boots and that. I remember reading somewhere someone sort of criticised, why is it the females have it as knee highs? It's I actually don't mind the white, because again, I think you didn't like the whole white on the Go Sages, whereas I actually don't mind it on Rangers in general, and I don't mind it on the Ninjas. That's my take on it.
Fair enough. Right. Now, coming to the recent announcement of the 6th Ranger that's being called Starninger. And I'm like, what?
I think a lot of people reacted like that, to be fair.
Right. Where to begin? He's based on a sheriff.
I don't know. They keep trying to say he's American or something, even though
No.
the more recent revelation. Hold on, the more recent revelation is the rumors on the actor they're going to give for Star Ninja. One of them's an actor from the Black Butler film, and the other's some other random. Yeah, and the other's some random. Yet I will say, whoever the actor. Well, I thought if they're going to make it an American, if they're going to make him an American themed Ranger, that they could have at least, I don't know, got like another foreign actor like they did in Kyoryuja. But
agreed. Rather than doing.
But who knows? But who knows? Again, who knows who they're going to get for Star Ninja? I'm kind of like,
the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. In regards to foreignness, right?
Did you
if
just
you
say
have
foreignness?
rather than foreign, right?
Yeah.
Rather than foreign, if you do what you are what they are currently doing with, like, let's say take Kamen Rider Maha.
I knew you was going to make a reference to that. Yeah, the fact that he'd been in America for a while and then he's come back.
Yes.
But what's
and then
that,
he puts on the accent. I'll give it that.
What's that got? But then how? Yeah, I mean, it depends what backstory. Bearing in mind, this is meant to be the whole. Do a sort of Shinken Gold storyline where the dude invents his own armor henshin. It's not really gonna, in my opinion, it's not really gonna fit. You know, they're gonna have to come up with some really bizarre storyline for that to work. And then it's because bearing in mind this is all dojo-ish, just like Shinkenja was, and then you got Shinken Gold who came along and who made his own power from scratch with his own shadow phone or whatever it was.
No, but not just that, right? What's it with Star Ninja though? It's a blatant like Western Texan sheriff style.
I think it's meant to be some sort of homage because not only is he meant to be a sheriff with a burger for a morpher. Which I think...
I'm not even going to go there, seriously.
Have you seen what that thing looks like?
An utter atrocity?
Ooh, I'm just like... I was a bit like, oh, you've got to be joking. This has to be a joke.
The last time anyone pulled a food-orientated morpher off was Shinken Gold, and that was a joke, but hilarious joke at the same time.
His morpher was another phone, wasn't it?
It was a sushi.
No, he was a sushi, yeah, I remember that, but I'm pretty sure his morpher, you can have a look it up if you like, because you're the one on the internet.
It was a white cell phone that at the same time, because it was white, it was also the rice part, and then he had his disc that folded up, and then he basically morphed it like you would like a sushi.
Okay.
That's why it was clever.
Okay.
But this is a different story.
This is just a burger, isn't it? Could even be open-minded about the burger morpher, yeah? The one thing that's really throwing me off is that he's got a guitar for a weapon, which kind of takes me back to the whole Shurikenja having a baseball bat as a weapon. I mean, that's just thuggery, really, isn't it? But at least with the guitar, I mean, the only thing that throws me off is I'm going to make like a Hibiki reference, which is a series I don't like. The fact that they have got a guitar, the fact that they had guitars, and I kind of felt a bit off with it. I just reckon they're just gonna rip off Hibiki with the guitar weapon, unless they do something completely different. And wow, I don't see myself liking a guitar as a weapon. I mean, bearing in mind we've only seen some cartoony images of Star Ninja. I think the tone of gold isn't too bad. The design isn't too bad. They've got him like a sort of shield, where everyone else has it like a gi. He almost has it like the Green Ranger style shield, only a lot more subtle than what Dragon Ranger from Zyuranger had. Or I keep calling him Green Ranger like Tommy Oliver from Mighty Morphin. But I at least think that it's
hang on.
Subtle.
Can you double that up? Do you think its subtlety on that? Can you see it as a?
I wouldn't say it was subtle. I'm saying it was more subtle than the blinging green, the blinging gold on Dragon Ranger, aka Tommy Oliver Green Ranger.
How's about this? it kind of reminds me of a mixture of Shinken Gold mixed with Kyoryu Gold, appearance-wise, with a big black baby bib.
A big black baby bib. I can see the influences you're talking about. Shinken Gold, Kyoryu Gold. I can see those influences. The bib. I mean, that's a bit. I won't agree or disagree, but I'll still say it's a bit harsh. I mean, yeah. Bearing in mind, everyone's slagging everything else off about this upcoming Sixth Ranger. So yeah, I think he's got enough wrong with him as it is, and you're talking about bibs, man.
He's got a burger. You might as well give him a fucking bib as it is. Sorry to swear, man.
I know. I swear he could have had fries with. They could have given him a packet of fries and said that rather than chucking shurikens, he's chucking fries at them. I'd rather that than a guitar. I'd rather have that than a guitar, man.
Oh, and one other problem with the and this is something I mentioned to you, and you didn't believe me. You did not believe me on this, right?
I don't believe
the theme of the Megazords, which I told you about, right?
Right.
The little guys controlling the Megazords.
No, I didn't say I didn't believe you. I said because I did read it before you said it, but I couldn't see it. Is what I said. I can't see it because I read it, but I'm just like I can't see. But I know that Shinobi Maru is interchangeable with Dragon Maru. I know that much.
Okay,
and that's fair enough.
Basically,
again,
for the viewer's purpose, for those that haven't seen the images yet, in a nutshell, rather than having your semi-cohesive humanoidish kind of big robot, in this circumstance you got a hollow part in the chest and then you slot a smaller humanoid thing looking like he or it is controlling the big Megazord. Do digest on that. Saying that as well, exactly the same lies. Not exactly the same for the 6th Ranger Zord though.
What is a 6th Ranger Sword?
A bison on wheels.
Right, I'm gonna have to look that up because I don't. I do remember thinking, I'm like, what is the 6th Ranger's mecha? But
that's the problem. It's like a bison that looks like a dune buggy.
Do you reckon that they just kind of thought, oh fuck it, let's just mash everything together this season? Because I know it's meant to be a sort of homage to the fact that it's Super Sentai's 40th anniversary, and that's just birthday-wise, not series-wise, like Bokenja and Gokaido.
No, if they did this with the what would it be?
And obviously Garo.
If they did this as a 40th anniversary, I would slag it much harder.
No, but this is it. It's still meant to be, a 40th. A homage to the fact that it's 40 years. The Sentai franchise is 40 years old. I mean, let's not forget, they're not calling the colours by the English names. They are calling them by the Japanese names. So it's Aka Ninja, Our Ninja, Ki Ninja, Ki Ninja, Momo Ninja, and I always forget the colour for white. Never mind.
Shiro.
Shiro, is it Shiroja? No.
Shiro Ninja.
No, I don't know. Are you reading that?
No.
I'm there. Well, anyway, I want to be Kuro Ninja. Yeah, wicked. Anyway,
No, I'm just looking at the different armaments and such.
I only know about the elephant and the UFO.
Not just that, you've even got a surfboard as one of them.
Oh really? When was that announcement made?
With the armaments.
No, I only read
with
that.
Basically when they announced Star Ninja's Megazord / whatever you want to call it, the Bison King, so apparently it is.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Oh,
It's basically they've also announced a purple surfboard armament that literally you have your own little. It's got its own little Surf Maru, little miniature.
Actually, Surf Maru sounds familiar. Actually,
that they shove into the chest of the main Megazord. Just swap the head on top, so it's a new cap or whatever, and then he's on a surfboard. And I'm like, what? And I think that's the theme in this series, that you just change the chest area to whoever your new armament is. That's what it is. And I think it's... I'm not going to say I'm dreading it, but at the same time, I'm trying to keep an open mind. I would say that much, but it's hard because... Okay, before I get to the Super Megazord, I'll give the benefit of the doubt that I like the fact that the default the 5 Megazords can somehow half reconfigure themselves to make a large dragon mode. I give it that.
Dragon
I give it that.
Yeah.
But the part I slag off is I have seen the image for the Super Megazord. So when you add the Bison King, when you add the regular Megazord to it, nah.
Is it going to be a clusterfuck?
It's a stacked fuck.
Brilliant.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not saying cluster effort yet. All I'm saying is it looks stacked.
It looks stacked. Alright.
Like, imagine Goonja with stilts.
Oh, don't... Oh, no, that was the clusterfuck turned off clusterfuck.
No. But clusterfuck, that was like with a humongous backpack and everything. That was a cluster effort.
I don't even want to think... That gives me nightmares, man.
Yeah, I know. This is higher than broader, if that makes sense.
But surely it's not going to look as clusterish because, let's face it, G12 was it? The ultimate in Go On.
Oh, I can't wait to slag that. Brilliant. That's going to be hilarious.
I think,
But
yeah.
No. With this one, though, that's the problem. It's got a set of like boots on the base that you know. It's like
I think the one with the orange crocodile in Goonja had the boots, and actually, I think, yeah.
No, but that was just a set of shoes that was flat. This one actually is like risen.
So stilts.
Yeah, stilts. Literally, this thing is like, how can I say, a higher shoulder base on stilts.
Would you compare, the main, the Gatai Mecha to the look of what Gokyo looked like? Because when I saw the poster with the I can't even remember the name, the Ninninger Gatai Mecha, looked a little similar to Gokyo.
Okay, one, it's Shuriken Jin.
Shuriken Jin, there you go.
And for the reference, apparently it's King Shuriken Jin. That's the Super Megazord mode name thing.
Super Megazord, yeah, alright.
Whatever, but anyway, it's a King Shuriken Jin. I'm not even going to go there. Oh, and I was wrong. It is a Bison buggy. Anyway.
Right.
Anyway,
Alright, don't think too hard, man.
So you're asking, did that remind me of...
I'm saying it reminded me a little bit. So...
I can see some. From legs to torso, I can see it.
Okay.
Minus the human inside the torso. But I see the red, I see the pink, I see the white, if that covers that for you.
You sound like an interior decorator when you say it like that. Okay.
And you sound like a spasmong, but what do you want?
Oh, harsh, man.
Anyway, but... No, it's just, how can I say? I can see where you're coming from. I can see where you're coming from with it. I'm not going to deny that.
Okay. Alright, let's cover a couple more things about Ninninger. A couple more things, and we'll leave Ninninger. I will say, what do you think?
Have you heard the full opening?
Yes. I don't know. I disliked it at first, but even before the first episode airing, I'm sort of growing to it a little bit. How about you? Go Ninja! Go Ninja! Go Ninja! Yeah, or however it sounds.
Well, yeah, but definitely not like a spazzed out gorilla, yes.
Brilliant. So yeah, I think I've heard the end thing, but I'm not sure. But I'll tell you what. What do you make of the foot soldiers in this?
I haven't seen it yet.
Well, I recently watched the live stage show they did with Ninninger. I think I agree with absolutely everyone was saying this before me. Even if I was going to be the first person to say it, I'd say it. But it looks like Raiden from Mortal Kombat, definitely. It's like basically guys dressed in blue with a symbol hat. I don't know if that's racist saying that, but the sort of hat. Do you know what I'm talking about?
It looks more like you're playing head, shoulders, knees, and toes with yourself.
Oh God, pay attention. Right, you know what a symbol looks like.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, right, brilliant. And they've actually got spears. They're walking around with spears, which I think is quite cool. And I know when I went to Japan, there were these type of priests that would go around chanting and slamming their staff down. They kind of look like those, only really blue. So yeah, I kind of think it looks interesting. From what I saw, I don't know if the stage show is meant to be a reflection of it, but they look like they actually know how to fight rather than just, we've turned up to get a kick in from the Rangers. I think it's going to represent how, just being ninja, that they are going to have good choreography. I think anyone just the fact that it's called Ninja, it's going to be good choreography, and the stage show showed good choreography. I will say, what do you think of the weapons and the henshin device?
I'm trying to look for them now.
Well, while you're looking for
it's
basically you've got each ranger has their own coloured shuriken, like a little Chucky star thing, and they have a sword which they slide their fingers up, a la Deca Master.
That sounds so wrong.
What? Oh, you're such a dirty fool. Anyway, it's basically that. And, they sort of put the shuriken onto the sword to morph, if I'm correct. Or, I know it's got something to do with the shuriken and, making loads of random noises, which I think's, they're really plugging the product for this as well.
What the...
What?
First shots of the cockpit.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it looks like...
Oh my god.
Are they sitting on a climbing frame or something?
No, it's worse than that.
No, it is, because it's like one of them sat really high up in it. And it looks like
okay, you know how you have in Edo period, you've got your four warriors who carries like a, the feudal lord or whoever in like in one corner of the throne or whatever, you carry them on these on your shoulder.
Oh yeah.
Right. Imagine that, but all four of those henchmen are in front, and then your feudal lord is sitting on the throne.
Yeah, that's
literally what it is. Red sitting on the throne, and all the other four in the front holding those poles, and I'm like, what?
Slave labour. Who's meant to be the mentor in Ninja anyway? Oh, it's meant to be like someone who knew the granddad or something in it.
Still, I'm like, and I don't like the bright colours as well. It just
it's mostly white, isn't it? The cockpit's mostly white. Oh well, I must be thinking of something else.
No, you got white, you got baby blue, you got gold, you got pink, you got I don't even know whether that's pinky red or whatever. You got dark blue, you got a bit of misty violet thing. It's just weird. It is so weird. I don't even know where to go with it.
Don't worry about it. What do you think of the characters for Ninninger? Like,
see, I haven't read up on that, and I don't want to know yet. So
I think it's going to be interesting that Red and White are brother and sister, and the rest are cousins. They're all cousins. Well, the rest of them are cousins with each other. I think it's interesting that it all relates to, you know, how their grandfather was the last great ninja or something. That's going to be interesting, in my opinion. I think that's going to be something for me to look out for. I'll also say I think the fact that these are all going to be like starting ninjas from scratch, but unlike Hurricaneja, they're not competing with like the best ninjas, and they just happen to be what's left over from some massive invasion or something. Whatever the Hurricaneja storyline was, I forgot from 100 years ago. Yet, I think as well. The last topic for Ninninger, I think, will be what what's little's been written about the villains. I mean, they're using the same name as Kaku Ranger, the yokai. The recent promo gives us a good first clear shot, but ironically, I'm feeling they should have released. If they're going to release so much information about the heroes, they could have at least given us a little bit about the villains. But
no. First off, it's not just yokai. They've deliberately added, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it yokai oni?
I haven't seen the word oni. Maybe. Oh, I've not seen it. I've just seen it as yokai. But I know that's what they use for Kaku Ranger.
If I'm not mistaken. But anyway, in regard, just quickly going back to the armament, because I had a quick browse looker for it, and I did, and I'll be on... What? No, shut up. I think they are a joke. I don't like it. I don't like the frog gun. I find that very...
Oh, the frog gun. Yeah.
I find that very jokish and stupid. I think the sword looks like a cheap knockoff to Hurricaneja.
You're such a hater, man. Yeah, alright.
It feels like a mix of Hurricaneja with the disc meeting with Shurikenja.
Okay.
The
frog gun's messed up though, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not even going to go there. And then they even have their own giant-sized shuriken that can convert into a bow.
Oh, right, okay. I didn't know that, because I've seen what the shuriken does.
How?
Why not? I mean, what? The Shinkenjas had these origami things that became their mecha. It is what it is.
We'll get to that, but...
I remember from Shinkenja, there was the one episode they tried to Gatai without the red, and they just sort of piled themselves up into a block.
We'll get to that, but...
Alright, so was there anything else you want to cover on Ninninger?
When is it actually gonna air?
Oh, 22nd.
Oh, I announced it.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna go on, and have you seen any Kamen Rider reveals lately?
Only something about Protodrive, but that is it. The first images of it I've seen, and I'll admit, I look forward to that, because it does remind me of... It reminds me of Kamen Rider Joker with a bit more purple.
Okay.
That's my first
I'll say,
thought.
I am quite excited for Machine Chaser's evolution, and the fact that they're giving him an axe as a weapon. Have you seen this?
I noticed that, the signal axe. I couldn't care less for that.
Oh, I think it's going to be quite fun, because I liked Machine Chaser's gun. I liked his gun, and I think him having an axe is going to be just as much fun. I don't know whether that rhymed or not. Anyway, I'll say as well, like I've seen what Dead Heat and Macha Dead Heat look like. I kind of feel a bit about it, but I'm more looking forward to what type formula looks like. We've seen enough silhouettes of it.
Yeah,
I'm really
I like that. I think
the
the blue would give it a nice change as well, because you've already had your so your stereotypical red. I say stereotypical, my bad. Default red, I should say. Then you had your black, you had your green form, and now a nice blue would be a nice change.
I guess.
And by the way, just
Yeah.
quickly going back to Ninninger for a minute, I will take it back. You're right that it is. Hang on. No, it's Kiba Oni. Just to mention.
What are you talking about, Kiba Oni? What, the bad guys, the villains?
Yeah, it's Kiba as in Fang.
Yeah, I know.
Oni.
That's the name of the villains, are you sure?
Well, accordingly, and I'm quoting this off Wikipedia, the story section. 3 generations has passed since this guy, a man known as the Last Ninja, sealed the evil yokai feudal lord Genketsu Kiba Oni.
Right, so it's the yokai that you just said it.
But yokai is so diverse, though.
Ah, well. It depends. I guess we've just got to wait for the series to come out now.
Yeah,
alright,
so...
well, alright. So
anyway, just going back, though. It's gonna be very just going back to Proto Drive, that I am looking forward to it. In regards to Drive's new forms, I am looking forward to Formula by all means. I like how they slyly start swapping or start how Maha just basically starts grabbing the shift cars and then using it as armaments for himself. See that?
That's quite cool.
I like. Yeah. I
yeah.
think it's cool.
All right. Have you? I know you've not really expressed interest in the Tyson films, but one reveal that's recently come out, and I think it's a relief, is that Ninninger is going to appear in this year's Tyson film. But the big news of the Tyson film is they're bringing in a manga character, Kamen Rider Sango.
Right.
Obviously the promos have been featuring Sango for a while now. I really like the look.
Right. Before I give my input in regards to the appearance of Sango, right. Let me start from the beginning. In the Master Rider universe, you've got Ichigo, Nigo, and then you got V3. Which is not Sango.
No. Yeah, go on.
One second. Not only did V3 have his own series, but then also they did Kamen Rider First, which had Ichigo and Nigo. It's more of a serious movie as well. And then the next, which introduced...
Is what it was, or reimagined.
Effectively, it is a reboot film, but 2-part film.
But the Kamen Rider the next had V3, right?
Yes. Now this is
what
I was going to mention to you.
Again,
I was going to
just like I explained to you again, like I explained to you the other week. All Sango is it's like a manga character. You know, when they did a Kamen Rider manga, the guy Ishinori, what's his name? The creator. I should know this.
I don't know.
Well, the creator of the whole tokusatsu genre did a manga, and it had Kamen Rider Sango in it. But instead of using Sango for the series, they just came up with V3. As far as that's if I'm correct. But either way, Sango, because Sango, I mean, he has some sort of connection to Ichigo and Nigo in terms of how he was made and how they sort of got their powers. But at the same time, I like how they brought him back. Yeah, whether this was the reason or whether it was just coincidence, I'm pretty sure this was the reason rather than coincidence. That obviously this year's rider is a car. He drives a car rather than a motorbike. They're bringing Mask Rider Black RX back for this, and then it's like, oh, who else can we get? All right, let's just make a new character from scratch. Oh no, let's get one from the manga instead. I like this. I think it's a very cool idea, and it pays homage. It's something that's only been done twice before, and then they're sort of making out all right. Well, the manga counts as well. I think that's really cool.
Rather than, okay, first off, I would say one day I will make you say it homage properly instead.
Homage.
Anyway, secondly, right, with V3, that it's basically version 3 of the original rider system. So you had, I can't remember if it was Ichigo that was strength, Nigo that was speed, or vice versa, and then V3 was a combination of the two. With Sango, however, though I know nothing about it, I like the concept that they, instead of having something as atrocious as Kamen Rider 15 from Gaim, and something that ridiculous, I like the fact that they took it, for one, as something out of an actual comic book that they actually had. 2, something that actually makes sense. 3, something that people can actually be interested in watching, rather than something ridiculous
both the
and new.
And the rider look cool. I think I think the armor looks absolutely amazing. I like how it's sort of like metallic and sort of got that reflective glass look. And the actor, I mean, he's a bit young for the era, and then as well they're going back in time. Then again, they are going back in time for they're basically rewriting history. They're rewriting history as far as the promo goes, and I think it's got some good concept to it. I think it's got a lot of promise. I'm interested to see how they are going to involve Ninninger in this storyline, although frankly the way they did it in Kamen Rider Tyson featuring Super Sentai, I thought was absolutely abysmal, the way they just chucked in Kyoryu Red at the end. But maybe they, even though they're not even saying featuring Super Sentai for this year's Tyson, I actually do feel a little relief that they are, they're not. It's not just going to be all Kamen Rider, even though I really. I don't
want them to throw in Ninninger for something this special. I think they should keep it solo Master Rider.
But then it wouldn't really be a Tyson film, it'd just be another Kamen Rider film. And a lot of people made that point, and I kind of agreed with them. I'm like, oh, well, it's just another Kamen Rider film. Well, at least, again, they could easily make the same mistake they did with last year's Tyson film. I just hope maybe, I don't know, they're going to do something. And then there's a big question mark as to whether Top Q Ichigo is going to make an appearance. So... yeah.
What, is he going to drive his train along the racetrack?
No idea.
No. Anyway, right.
So...
I can't think of anything else other than for you to watch Kamen Rider the first and Kamen Rider the next movies.
Nice.
Otherwise, yeah, I think that's it. So
Don't sign off. Hold on. Have you seen? So, all right. Moving on. Have you seen? You're not into Power Rangers at all, are you?
No.
Right. Well, I'm going to make a mention to the fact that I did watch the first episode of Dino Charge, which is based on Kyoryuja. Or a lot of people criticised. Oh, it's not based on Kyoryuja. It just has the suits from it. Well, fine. The Sentai series that uses Kyoryuja footage for all you otaku nerds that get mad every time the credits in Power Rangers says based on when it's nothing like the original. But yeah, the one that uses Kyoryuja, the one that uses Kyoryuja, what am I saying? Kyoryuja footage. The one that uses Kyoryuja footage is Power Rangers Dino Charge. I have seen the first episode. Do you even care? Yeah, you got your phone. Alright, well, I watched Power Rangers Dino Charge. I thought it was a bit weird, but it has. I can see why people think it has promise, but I think, bearing in mind Super Megaforce is a load of turd, which, I'll be honest, I shouldn't say that because I haven't watched that at all. The fact is, a lot of people dissed Megaforce so bad, Super Megaforce even so bad, but, the one thing that I'm just really disliking as a Power Ranger staple is how they go, mwahahaha, for the villains. They really, there's just no need. They could make it sound a little more natural. And I kind of think they have gone back to like the sort of corniness that Power Rangers is known for. I'll say, at least it's kind of a little. I kind of feel it's a little more polished than Kyoryuja. And like they have got a little OTT with the CGI. They are, they've got like realistic dinosaurs running around. Not entirely sure what's up with the Dino Charge Blue Ranger. Is he meant to be from the Stone Age, or is he actually a present day guy? I actually can't work that out from the first episode. Their mentor's some guy called Keeper. He's like some ET ripoff, and I think they've given the Canderelia character, who they're calling Poisandra, I think, they're giving her some sort of romantic storyline with the main villain, who's some big clunky robot. So I think that's quite interesting. And Dogold, he's just like Crash Landing. I mean, what was he doing for all those millions of years? He was just like knocking about. He didn't get the Energems or nothing, but all of a sudden, Red Ranger goes looking in the cave and he just comes out of nowhere. Well, anyway, I'm not hating on it. I just think, I don't know, am I being a Sentai snob? I'm not sure, but I think it's got some promise. Just there. Oh, alright, other Toku news that I know, because let's face it, Mr. Bushido over there only follows Kamen Rider and Super Sentai. I'm really excited about the Garo film that's coming out. They're bringing Saejima Koga back for a film. I think they're doing another anime series, and you've got another Garo series, which I think, bearing in mind it was supposed to have ended around season 2, or the fact that they didn't think that season 1. They were like, oh, we're going to round this off, but then they just keep bringing Garo back. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I've watched some of season 4. I just didn't. I liked how season 3 looked. I just didn't like the story. Right. Unfortunately, I haven't watched Ultraman for a few years, so I can't really update an Ultraman. Go on.
In regards to Garrow, thank you for involving me, because I've only seen 2 series, only 2 of Garrow.
Yeah, but I'm trying to do a general Toku talk here, man, and you're just like,
yeah,
I'm gay for Toei, so LOL.
But anyway,
What?
I would like to, with Flayvaman's interest, and for the viewers' interest as well, I would like to do a review on Ryu Kendo.
Oh my goodness, I love Ryu Kendo. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that another time, man. Oh my goodness.
So just something as a watch the space kind of thing, because I was filtering through my folder and I found that and I was like, nostalgia!
Oh my goodness, I totally love Ryu Kendo. That's the first time you've mentioned it to me, man. But yeah, we'll do Ryu Kendo. That's fine. But did you watch the Tamika Hero series as well?
The who?
It's basically what succeeded Ryu Kendo. You don't know anything, do you?
No.
Basically, it's by the same company, Takaratomi. Damn it! Takaratomi, right? They basically.
Bluebird!
No, I think I'm going to include this in the main episode just for shits and giggles. Right.
Can you say that's what's the company called again?
Takaratomi, alright. They made Ryu Kendo, and then several years later they made Tamika Hero Rescue Force, and then Tamika Hero Rescue Fire.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, basically, they're not the same.
I've heard of the actual series, but I've never seen it.
Right, well, obviously you haven't seen them, so you can't review them. So in a nutshell, I only kept up with Rescue Force for the fan service, and Rescue Fire was literally just because it flowed on from Rescue Force. It's not worth watching, though. In the Rescue Force film, the Ryu Kendo characters appear, make a cameo appearance, because it's the same company. But, don't be watching Tamika Hero expecting Ryu Kendo stuff. It's completely different. It's just the fact that they succeeded. You know, they're considered in some sort of tandem, but meh. Oh, actually, no, they did use some of the same graphics. But otherwise, meh. But yeah, no, I'll really like to do Ryu Kendo. I will actually try to catch up with Garrow once I've caught up with everything else. I'm not entirely sure.
Right. Did you watch the same one as I did?
The same one what?
Series.
There's only one series of Ryu Kendo, man.
No, I meant, sorry, Garrow, when you said Garrow.
I've seen 1, 2, 3 and some of 4.
Because I've seen 1. Season 2 is about the prequel of Season 1, isn't it?
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh, no, sorry.
No.
3 is about the prequel.
No.
Which one's the one with the young guy?
Season 1 is Season 1. Season 2 is a sequel to Season 1. Season 3 has some completely random guy, like X badillion years after Season 2, because, yeah, you've got the Garrow armor in black. Season 4...
Great.
Season 4 is the successor of Season 2.
Got it. Because I've only seen Season 2 and 3.
Well, then you're not going to make head or tail or anything, really. Because I keep meeting too many people who say, oh, I've seen Garrow Season 2 or 3. It's like, and then I'm like, oh, what do you think of it? And they don't like it. I'm like, well, duh, watch Season 1. Season 1 doesn't have anywhere near as much sophisticated CGI, but the story, the story's slow to begin with, but then when it picks up, that's what sort of got me into it. Because, I was like a little bored for the first few episodes, and then I don't know, something must have grabbed me. I think the fact that, well, spoiler alert, Season 1's Garrow, it's basically the first episode is, oh, this girl's about to die, and you just kind of like follow that story, really. But you're either interested in something like that or you're not. I mean, yeah, sure, it's a very completely different vibe to anything Toei's done, but it's at least you don't feel like, oh, they've made this because they can make they can do a toy promo of it or something. So it is a completely different vibe to anything Toei has done. And you either and this is it, 2, 3 and 4 just get completely carried away with the CGI. At least in Season 2 it had some purpose. Season 3 it was more of the feel rather than the story. Season 4 I'm going to have to go over it again, but when I do I can talk about it at another time.
I'm glad you added those last words at another time.
Alright, no, I will say, alright, even though, we're coming up to an hour, so I'm going to end this on...
Oh, really?
I'm going to end this on the note of one more thing, and, I told you to watch this a million times, you didn't listen to me, but I'm going to talk about it for about 2-3 minutes, is a film I watched over Christmas called Gun Caliber. Now, this is like a bunch of, I'm not going to give the life story, but these are a bunch of guys who kind of felt that, rather than complaining about, criticising and complaining about what Toku's currently doing, why don't you get up off your backside and make your own Toku? I kind of like this, this sort of spirit that they have. And, I kind of knew that before watching their film. I did watch it over Christmas. I mean, obviously they've taken the film down now, which I think is a big shame. I don't know what they plan to do in the future. I mean, I've spoken to the guys behind Gun Caliber. I know I've got them on Facebook. I think they're called Garage something or other. I should know their name, but I'll probably write in the comments or mention them in the next installment of Toku Talk. But I really liked Gun Caliber. It had really good choreography. Obviously the CGI I think was, it's at an indie level, what can you expect, but I think considering that it's an indie Toku as they claim themselves to be, I really liked it. It had a bit of a bad attitude. There's no way something like this is going to be mainstream just by the attitude and the sort of violence it had in it, but I rated it. I really liked it. I really think, if the guys I think they're called Pro Garage something. Anyway, I think if the guys are watching this, that I will say, you know, do something more with Gun Caliber. I know they've got other projects in the pipeline, but if they can come back to Gun Caliber and do something even better, and you know, it must have been hard trying to pull off something like that. I like the backstory of the main character Gun Caliber, and you know, even the CGI, they could twerk it a little bit. It would be, you know, give it such a refined look. Obviously, with Garrow, their first series was like, you know, yuck CGI, and then they just went OTT CGI season 2 onwards. And again, you know, I know the spirit of these guys. I spoke to them, even though I can't remember the name behind them. You know, Gun Caliber's the name of the film they did. I'll just say that, you know, I appreciate their spirit. You know, they're not, you know, these guys are not haters. They say, oh, they don't like, you know, I mean, you know, fair enough if people think that Toku at the moment might be this, it might be that, but they say, oh, you know, they're getting up and doing something about it, which I think's which is very ambitious. I mean, I thought about writing a Toku script at one point, and I still kind of plan Toku scripts in my head, but you know, I do not have the endeavour and drive that these guys have. So anyone who can somehow get hold of Gun Caliber, watch it. And that's me done for the evening.
On that very interesting note, yeah. So that's been our Toku Bro Toku Talk for today. Join us next time, and by all means, as always, if you want to mention anything, we have the comment section below. Just add something. Otherwise, I've been Kamen Rider Bushido, and he's been on the other end of the earth and the other side of the camera, being Flayvaman. And do join us next time.
Subscribe,
and as always, fist through the cam!
Fist through the cam. Alright, see you next time.